Michael Sean, want to get us going?
Hey Ken, Bobby was talking earlier today about the challenge you put on some of those guys when they came in the league to read more, and how that would better their lives. Why did you issue that challenge to those guys? Bobby specifically, I should say.
Okay. Well, it's part of our coaching. It's really important for me to get them to open their minds up a little bit. When they open their minds up, they become better people and better players. They can see more and they allow more into their mind. So it was important for me to teach them early on, and the onset, really good habits. And reading is a really good habit for a football player.
Is that something someone had done for you earlier or at any point in your career?
No, it's something I learned along the way. When you play a long time and then you are aware yourself watching a lot of the great ones become great. You observe a lot and you learned a lot, and that's something I knew that would certainly assist him and the others in their development.
Thanks.
Tim?
Ken, how did you feel like Les Austin played? That was really his first extended playing time.
It was good to see him get some reps. I think it's important for him to get a lot of play time under his belt. No question for the other players to play with him, to have a good feel for his style, what he likes to do. There's no question, he has some good plays and some bad plays, and there's no question he's learned a lot from it. We've gotten better from it, and we're pretty sure that he'll be better when he plays again.
Bob?
Bob?
Bob? Bob?
Yeah, Mike.
We can't hear him. No can do. Can you hear him? I can't hear him.
No, we'll circle back to Bob. Jackie?
Hey, Coach. Just your thoughts on Quandre and Bobby Wagner being elected to the Pro Bowl this year.
Oh, my goodness. Well done, well deserved. Starting with Quandre, he's just been a blessing. He's been heaven sent. He's, really smart, really cares about ball, a great communicator. What fantastic football player he is, very talented. He makes everyone else around him better. Everyone loves playing with Quandre. He's a gamer. It's so many things you can say about him. It's not enough time right now. And Bobby, there's no question, we've been watching him develop and grow from day one. The man and the player and the teammate and the captain and the leader and the community person and the father, all the different things, different hats he wears and what he's become. It's just been a pleasure to watch. And his game is only getting better. I told him today he's still ascending. There's still things he's improving from, and that's a great mark for a linebacker who's played as long as he has. He's still getting better. There's still more and still better football out there for him, and that's just a testament to his growth mindset and the way he likes to improve himself.
What areas do you think he can get better moving forward?
It's just a matter of you can always improve leadership. You can always improve pass defense. You can always make better tackles. I think that just being an impact from start to finish, there's no question. Making more plays in the backfield. There's so many different things. His conditioning. There's so many different things that you can improve on. He's still growing. His pass game is still developing. Rushing the passer, rushing on running backs. There's so much more that he can do. He's been such a great tackler. He's been such a great motivator for the players. He's been grown into such a leader. There's no limit to his growth.
Thank you.
Bob, you want to try again? Bob.
Bob, want to try again?
Bob.
He's trying. His lips are moving, but we can't hear him.
That looks like a shaking his head no.
Greg, you want to go ahead?
Bob, if you want to type the thing in the chat box. One of us can ask the question. Ken, Bless Austin's play on Cooper Kupp on third down he got flagged for. Was that a good play or a bad play, and what's the coaching point there to him?
Was the flag a good play or a bad play?
Yeah, was it? And what's the coaching point?
Well, his job was to jam him off the line of scrimmage. I think the call that we got back was that he took him to the ground. He didn't take him to the ground. We know he stumbled. We felt like it was something that we coached him to do. So we kind of gave him a pass on that one. But we thought he was aggressive, just like he is. We felt like that call shouldn't have been made, obviously, but it happens. The refs have a tough job, and it was a big pivotal play for us in a third and long situation. But we'll get better. I think he's gotten better from it. We've gotten better from it, and I think that if we had to do that again, we'd do it without getting the flag.
If you had to point to one thing, you remember the Tennessee and the Minnesota games and the issues there, but the improvement your defense has had, not just giving up, well, they're still giving up yards, but points, and especially in the red zone. What would you point to that reason for?
Well, they've made a commitment to be as good as they can be. They've made a commitment to understand that each of them need each other. They made a commitment to play really good, sound football from start to finish. They made a commitment to taking the field together. They made a commitment to just playing every down like it matters and taking care of the little things. And it's a really good group. They really care. And we were just talking about it today. There's so many, good things that we're doing, stat-wise, third down, red zone, scoring, rush yards. There's so many different things that guys are doing well. And it's important that they understand that the work they're putting in is, it's really paying off.
Bob? You want Bob?
Bob's not even on the picture anymore. Bob's like gone.
I'm just cracking myself up. Michael, Sean?
Ken, Quandre is described often as like the quarterback of the defense out there. What exactly does that type of duties come with?
Well, when you think of the quarterback on offense, you're making sure everybody in sync. You're making sure everybody has the call. You're making sure everybody is clear on the technique that's involved. We have no huddle. We have motions. We have empty formations. We have a lot of coverages that are connected to formations. You have to make sure that the corner, the safety, the other safety, the linebackers, sometimes the outside linebacker, it's really noisy. And make sure everybody's together on it. We come to the sideline. If there's any problem, being able to talk through it and make improvements. And then if things are going wrong, to not, to be able to understand that you need these players you need your teammates throughout the entire game, and just being able to talk to people in certain ways to let them understand that a mistake was made or they did something really well, and make the improvements or make the adjustments, without rattling feathers. Just being a great communicator. You watch some of the greatest quarterbacks, they communicate really well with people. And Quandre is all of that, and he has the brain, the football brain. He's going to be a guy that's going to be a really good coach in the future.
And so Bobby still tells everyone the call, and just Quandre does all that like after that?
Well, Bobby gets the call from me and relays it to everybody, Quandre included. And then once that's taken care of, Quandre is pretty much communicating with the secondary. Bobby's pretty much communicating with the front seven. So they both are working together as far as communicating with the back end and then the front seven, front eight.
Thanks.
Okay, two more, unless Bob jumps back in. John?
I hope Bob comes back. Yeah, Coach, we've seen Jordan Brooks getting a lot of tackles all year, but early on maybe there was some talk about coverage, some zone stuff in the screen game. How much have you seen him improve in that element of his game in the last few weeks?
Oh my goodness, night and day. Jordan he's an awesome young man, just feeling, his passion, how much he cares about the game, how he wants to do so well, early on in the season, because he's the younger player in a, team of really good veterans, Bobby and Quandre included. He really wants to raise his level to their level, and he wants to do it like overnight. And that doesn't happen overnight. You have to make some mistakes in order to really improve. So he was really having some tough times going through the mistakes, understanding those mistakes had to make him better. He had to make those mistakes. And now that he's been able to build, a solid foundation on early in the season to what he's asked of now, the things we're asking him to do now coverage-wise, he wasn't asked to do that all through his college career. So he had to learn, different techniques, different coverages, different checks versus different formations, learn how to work with people. He has to become a great communicator. He's by nature a really quiet person, but football-wise, you have to speak up and you have to communicate well with others. And he's done just that. And just watching his growth and his development, similar to Bobby in his young age when he was that age, you can see that the kid has so much promise.
Okay, last question for 5-time Super Bowl champ Ken Norton. Jen?
Well, I will say John and I were on the same wavelength there because I was going to ask about Jordan. He was so pleased after the game that he was able to diagnose those screenplays based on film study. You just talked about how much he's learned. What's the next step for him? If he's starting to make that correlation between what he's seen on film and what he's seen in the game, what's next?
Well, he gave up 2 touchdowns, so it'd be good to not give up touchdowns. Jordan he's so detailed and he cares so much. And again, things have to happen to young players in order for them to build on it. He understands that every play counts. You can't just take 1 or 2 plays and go, I'm doing well. You can do really well on a screen. You can run through on a short yardage goal line. Then all of a sudden, Cooper Kupp is running down the middle on you trying to score a touchdown. So it's down after down, game after game. You have to learn from your mistakes. Then you can't let the plays. You can't let a bad play, turn into 2 bad plays. And he's getting that maturity to be able to play consistently, at a high level throughout the game, mistake-free. And that's tough for a young player. And he's really learning that. And he's learning that with patience now. He has Bobby and he has Quandre. He has Carlos. He has some really good, successful veterans who've done it for a long time that he can learn from and watch. And he's learning how to watch really closely and add those mature veteran, philosophies to his game.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bob?